The U.S., long known for its enforcement of law and order, incarcerates more people per capita than any other nation, with more than 2 million people behind bars. Roughly 630,000 of those people are in local jails, and 74% of them have not been convicted of a crime. Most are still locked up because they cannot afford bail. In recent years, there's been a bipartisan effort towards reform, but progress has been, for the most part, slow.
We have been conducting criminal justice with a chainsaw instead of a scalpel. We have not been focusing on the 6% of criminals who commit 60% of the crime because we're so busy locking up everybody.
Drug offenses are a contentious issue and often lie at the center of the debate, but the problems and solutions to mass incarceration are far more complicated. While nonviolent drug offenses account for more than 500,000 incarcerations, about 4 out of 5 prisoners are behind bars for other offenses. Instead, researchers point to the fact that community supervision such as parole and probation also often lead to reincarceration due to the restrictive burdens placed on those under watch. 45% of the state prison population is due to technical violations of probation or parole, like leaving the state to visit your child, which is what happened to rap artist MEEK.
I thought the definition of probation was to help better you, keep you on track, and not destroy you.
Those most affected, the poor and people of color. The number of Black Americans who are locked up continues to highlight the disparity, representing 40% of the incarcerated population, but only 13% of U.S. residents. However, not everybody agrees that we are over-incarcerating. Arkansas Senator Tom Cotton tweeting that, quote, "We have a major under-incarceration problem in America, and it's only getting worse." But the country also has a persistent problem with wrongful convictions. Studies estimate that between 1% and 6% of the prison population could be innocent. And while there have been significant efforts over the years to reform the system, there have only been about 2,800 recorded exonerations in the last 32 years. Attorney Patricia Cummings heads Philadelphia's Conviction Integrity Unit, which investigates potential wrongful convictions and tries to prevent them from occurring in the future.
Immediate harm you see is to the individual who gets wrongfully incarcerated. What people don't see often is the harm that it does to the victim, to the community.
The causes of wrongful convictions are deeply rooted and taint almost every aspect of the justice system. Eyewitness misidentification accounts for about 30% of those exonerated last year. False confessions were present in 26% of exonerations litigated by the Innocence Project, a legal nonprofit organization committed to exonerating and advocating for those wrongfully convicted.
There is no doubt in my mind that false confessions occur.
Forensic science is also commonly misapplied, making up 52% of Innocence Project's exonerations and 24% of all wrongful convictions nationally, according to the National Registry of Exonerations. Police and prosecutorial misconduct was found in the convictions of over half of the innocent people later exonerated. The creation of the Conviction Integrity Unit began as a hopeful remedy 20 years ago, but has since become a nationwide patchwork of just a few dozen disconnected units, with many having never exonerated anyone. But several new CIU offices have opened across the country within the last year. Some units have become standouts, like District Attorney Larry KRASNER's office in Philadelphia, a city with a justice system historically rife with corruption that now may provide some solutions. Since 2018, 21 people have been exonerated, representing 1 out of every 10 exonerations during that time.
What does a conviction rate mean if you're convicting innocent people?
Is this a good time for the criminal justice system right now?
Yes, there is a deep grassroots social movement for change and reform in criminal justice.